Welcome to Hunter Beyond Time and Space Chapter 12. Regression. Standing next to them, Yiwan dispersed the onlookers, allowing the two to talk in peace. Is this the reward for winning the endgame just now? Okay, Li Shutong replied. Was it you who played the harmonica just now? Qin Chen asked. Yiwan and Lin Xiaoxiao were obviously stunned. They thought Qin Chen was going to ask something related to
Welcome
the chess
to Hunter
game,
Beyond
but
Time
he ended
and
up
Space
asking
Chapter
about
1.
the song.
A person
The
to wait
song was
for.
beautiful and had not
Autumn
been circulated
2022.
outside, but was it worth
The
wasting
small,
such an
drizzling
important
rain fell from the
opportunity?
gray sky, lightly
Li
landing on the
Shutong
streets
raised
of the
his head
city.
with a smile and said,
Despite it being
"Yes,
autumn,
what's
pedestrians
wrong?
could still be seen without
Is this the
umbrellas,
first time
quickly
you've heard this
passing by
melody?"
with their hands held above their
Qin
heads.
Chen thought for a moment
In the
and
narrow
said,
military
"It's very
civilian
nice."
alley, there sat a young man of
Well,
17
Li
or
Shutong
18
nodded
years old
after the
opposite an
crowd
old man,
dispersed and
both
said,
sheltered under
he
the
was the
eaves of a
founder
small
of our
convenience store.
organization and composed the
Welcome
music
to
and
Hunter
lyrics
Beyond Time
himself.
and Space Chapter 1.
Qin Chen was stunned
person
for a
to
long
wait
time
for.
and couldn't speak.
Autumn
He
2022.
really wanted to say, I
The
guess
small,
your founder
drizzling
is
rain
probably
fell from the gray
Earth.
sky, lightly landing on the
Moreover,
streets of the
this
city.
founder seemed a bit shameless,
Despite it being autumn,
passing off other
pedestrians
people's
could still be
songs
seen
as his
without
own.
umbrellas, quickly passing
Wait,
by with their
how
hands
long
held
has their
above their heads.
organization been established,
In the
and when
narrow
did that
military civilian
transmigrator
alley,
ancestor
there
come
sat a
through?
young man of 17 or
Qin
18
Chen
years
asked
old
again,
opposite an old
"Can you
man,
sing it for
both
me in
sheltered
full?
under the eaves of a small
I want to
convenience store.
listen."
Welcome
Li
to Hunter
Shutong
Beyond
said,
Time and
"Sure,
Space Chapter
but the
1.
lyrics of this song
A
are not
person to
very
wait
complete.
for.
In the
Autumn
long years,
2022.
there will always be something
The
lost
small,
in that
drizzling
long
rain
river.
fell from the gray sky,
It's okay,
lightly
I
landing on the
just want to
streets of the
listen,"
city.
Qin Chen said.
Despite it being autumn,
He wanted to
pedestrians
confirm
could still
if the
be seen
lyrics of
without
this
umbrellas,
song were the
quickly
same as
passing
those
by
on
with their
Earth.
hands held above their
Li
heads.
Shutong picked up the
In
big
the narrow
cat
military
on the table
civilian
and
alley,
sang
there
softly,
sat a young man of
outside the
17
long
or 18
pavilion,
years old
by the
opposite an
ancient
old
road,
man,
the
both
fragrant
sheltered
grass
under the eaves
stretches
of a
to the
small
blue
convenience
sky.
store.
The evening
Welcome to
breeze
Hunter
brushes
Beyond
the
Time
willow,
and Space
and the
Chapter
sound
1.
of the flute lingers.
A person to wait for.
Beyond the mountains in the
Autumn
setting sun,
2022.
the end of the
The
sky,
small,
the
drizzling
corner of
rain
the
fell
earth,
from the gray
parting
sky,
is such
lightly
sweet
landing on the
sorrow.
streets of the city.
After Li Shutong
Despite it being
finished
autumn,
singing, he
pedestrians could
smiled
still
and
be
said,
seen without
"The
umbrellas,
lyrics,
quickly
parting is
passing
such
by with their
sweet
hands
sorrow,
held above
were
their
added
heads."
later by later
In the narrow
generations."
military civilian alley,
It was
there
not
sat a
like
young
this
man of
originally,
17
but
or
no
18
matter
years
how
old
it was
opposite
added,
an old man,
it seemed to
both
be
sheltered
missing
under the
something.
eaves of a small convenience
Qin
store.
Chen stood there for a
Welcome
long
to
time
Hunter
and
Beyond
suddenly
Time
said,
and Space
"How
Chapter
about
1.
changing it to half
A
of my
person to wait
companions are
for.
scattered?
Autumn
Half of my companions
2022.
are scattered."
The small,
Li
drizzling
Shutong
rain
was
fell from the
stunned.
gray sky, lightly
For some
landing on
reason,
the streets
he
of the
felt
city.
that only these 5 words
Despite it
were
being
worthy
autumn,
of this
pedestrians could still be seen without
Farewell,
umbrellas, quickly
farewell.
passing by
People
with
are
their
like
hands
the
held above
afterglow
their
of the
heads.
setting sun, and
In the
friends
narrow
are far
military
away
civilian
at the
alley,
end of the
there
world.
sat a young man of 17
When we
or
were
18
young,
years old
we
opposite
drank
an old
together
man,
heartily,
both
and
sheltered
life
under the
was as
eaves of a small
intense as summer.
convenience store.
But I don't
Welcome
know
to
which
Hunter
farewell
Beyond
is the
Time and
last
Space
time,
Chapter 1.
and we will never see
A
each other
person to
again.
wait for.
Li Shutong
Autumn
seemed to be sitting in
2022.
this prison, seeing
The small,
orange sun
drizzling
setting
rain
on
fell
the
from the
horizon,
gray sky,
and his friend
lightly
waving
landing
to
on
him
the
in
streets of the
distance.
city.
After
Despite
waving,
it being autumn,
he turned
pedestrians
and
could
left.
still be seen without umbrellas,
"Thank you,"
quickly
Li
passing by
Shutong
with their
said.
hands
"This
held above
added
their
line
heads.
is really good,
In the
as if
narrow
it was
military
originally
civilian
part of
alley,
this song.
there sat a young man of
You're
17
welcome."
or 18
Qin
years old
Chen
opposite an old
shamelessly
man,
accepted
both
the
sheltered
compliment.
under the eaves of a small
Li
convenience
Shutong
store.
said with some longing,
Welcome to Hunter
"Sometimes
Beyond
I really
Time and
admire
Space
our
Chapter
founder.
1. A
It is
person
said
to
that
wait
he wrote
for.
countless songs, and each
Autumn
one is a
2022.
classic passed down through the
The
ages.
small, drizzling rain fell from the
However,
gray
they were
sky,
all
lightly
lost when
landing
the
on the
last
streets
era
of the
ended,
city.
except for this
Despite
song.
it being autumn, pedestrians
one
could still
song
be seen
left.
without umbrellas, quickly
That's really
passing
a
by with
pity,
their hands
Qin
held
Chen
above
thought.
their heads.
Li Shutong
In the narrow
mentioned the
military
last era
civilian alley,
directly,
there sat a
and the
young man of
transmigrator
17 or
ancestor
18
should
years
have
old
come
opposite
over
an
a
old
very
man,
long time
both
ago.
sheltered under the eaves of a
The
small
era is
convenience
not
store.
a unit of time,
Welcome
but the
to
beginning
Hunter
of a
Beyond
new
Time and Space
civilization.
Chapter 1.
It seems
A
that the
person to
humans
wait
here have
for.
experienced an iteration
Autumn
of an era, but it is
2022.
unclear what happened.
The small, drizzling rain
There's
fell
another
from the gray
song that is
sky,
only
lightly
known by
landing
name,
on the streets
but
of
the
the
melody
city.
is completely unknown.
Despite it being autumn,
The
pedestrians could still be
predecessors have
seen without
searched many
umbrellas,
ruins,
quickly
but have
passing
not
by
been
with their
able to
hands
find
held
the
above
score.
their
Li
heads.
Shutong shook his
In the
head.
narrow military civilian
Qin
alley,
Chen
there sat a
hesitated
young
for
man
2
of 17
seconds,
or
then
18 years old stumbled opposite
asked,
an old man,
"What's the name
both
of that
sheltered
song?"
under the eaves of a small
Li
convenience
Shuang
store.
looked at him and said,
Welcome to
"Canon."
Hunter Beyond Time and Space
If
Chapter
Qin
1.
Chen was still skeptical
person
about
to
the
wait
founder's
for.
identity as a time
Autumn,
traveler before,
2022.
now he is completely
The
sure.
small, drizzling rain fell
However,
from the gray sky,
canon is
lightly
actually a
landing on the
musical
streets of
genre
the city.
and technique.
Despite it
The
being autumn,
technique part of
pedestrians
canon
could still be
is
seen
used
without
in many
umbrellas,
symphonic
quickly
works,
passing by with
such
their
as
hands held
Beethoven's
above their
Fifth
heads.
Symphony and Bach's
In the narrow
5
military
canon
civilian alley,
variations.
there sat a young man of
But if the other
17 or
party
18
really
years old
copied it
opposite
from
an old
Earth,
man,
then the
both
melody
sheltered
should
under
be
the eaves of a
Pachelbel's
small
canon
convenience
in D
store.
major.
Welcome to Hunter
Chin
Beyond
wondered
Time
if he
and
could
Space
exchange
Chapter
the
1.
extraordinary path
A
by
person
giving
to
the
wait
founder the
for.
sheet music of the canon,
Autumn,
given Li
2022.
Shudong's attitude towards the
The
founder.
small, drizzling rain fell
He was
from the
not
gray
sure,
sky,
and
lightly
he couldn't
landing
even
on the
explain
streets
where
of the
he got
city.
the sheet music from.
Despite it being autumn,
He decided
pedestrians
to wait
could still
and
be
carefully
seen without
consider
umbrellas,
after
quickly
returning,
passing by with
since he
their
didn't
hands
even
held
remember
above their
the sheet
heads.
music of the canon.
In the narrow military
The
civilian alley,
conversation
there
ended
sat a
and
young man
Chin
of
went to the
17 or
reading
18
area
years old
directly
opposite
through
an
the
old man,
crowd.
both sheltered under
He
the
really
eaves of a
needed
small
to catch up on
convenience
sleep
store.
now, even if he
Welcome
didn't
to
eat.
Hunter Beyond Time and
Only
Space
by
Chapter 1.
maintaining a full mental state
person
could
to
he
wait for.
analyze the situation around
Autumn,
him at any time.
2022.
However,
The small,
he had
drizzling
just
rain
laid down
fell
on
from the
the
gray
table
sky,
in the reading
lightly
area
landing
when
on the
Lu
streets
Guanyi
of the city.
cautiously followed him.
Despite it being autumn,
Lu Guanyi wanted
pedestrians
to
could
talk
still
to
be
Chin
seen
Chen,
without umbrellas,
but he was
quickly
afraid of
passing
being
by with
seen,
their hands
so
held
he was
above their
anxious
heads.
outside the reading area.
In the narrow military civilian
Chin
alley,
Chen
there
looked
sat
up
a
at him
young man of
expressionlessly
17
and
or
said,
18 years
"You
old
don't have
opposite
to
an
be
old
so
man,
careful.
both sheltered under the
Li
eaves of a small
Shudong already
convenience
knows
store.
about our relationship.
Welcome to Hunter Beyond
But
Time
don't
and
worry,
Space Chapter
he
1.
doesn't seem to mind.
A person to wait for.
Also, you go do your
Autumn,
own thing and don't
2022.
disturb me.
The small,
There are
drizzling
surveillance
rain fell
cameras
from the gray
everywhere in the
sky,
number
lightly
18
landing on the
prison,
streets
and
of the city.
prisoners have to hide in their
Despite
cells
it being
when
autumn,
welcoming new
pedestrians
inmates,
could still
so
be seen
sleeping
without
in the reading
umbrellas,
area
quickly
is
passing
safe.
by with their hands held above
Chin
their
Chen
heads.
actually wanted to talk to
In the
Lu
narrow
Guanyi
military
and figure
civilian
out
alley,
what plans
there
the
sat a
Qin
young man
family
of
had.
17 or 18 years
But
old
with the
opposite an
return
old man,
approaching,
both
he didn't
sheltered
want to
under the eaves of a
complicate
small
things.
convenience store.
So he sent Lu
Welcome to
Guanyi
Hunter
away
Beyond
first,
Time and
and then
Space Chapter
considered
1.
how to talk to him
A
after his
person
return.
to wait for.
However,
Autumn,
Lu Guanyi did not
2022.
leave, but muttered
The small,
softly on the
drizzling
side,
rain fell from the
"Boss,
gray
I've been
sky,
thinking
lightly
for
landing
half a
on the
day
streets
and
of the
I still
city.
don't know what to call you.
Despite it being autumn,
It's easiest to
pedestrians
call
could
you
still be
boss.
seen without umbrellas, quickly
I
passing
guess
by
you
with
have
their
heard
hands held
Qin
above
Yan
their
mention
heads.
me.
In the
I've
narrow
been
military
unlucky since
civilian
I was a
alley,
kid.
there sat a young man of
My
17
father
or
even
18
took
years
my
old
kidneys
opposite
and
an old man,
exchanged them
both
for money
sheltered
with
under
rich
the eaves
people.
of a small convenience
He
store.
replaced them with a
Welcome
prosthetic
to Hunter
kidney for
Beyond
me.
Time and Space Chapter 1.
Who else would love me
A
if my
person
parents
to wait
didn't?
for.
Later,
Autumn,
I heard Qin
2022.
Yan say that you asked me
The
to
small,
come in and
drizzling rain
explore
fell
because
from
you
the gray
saw my
sky,
abilities.
lightly landing on the streets
I
of the
was
city.
so happy.
Despite it being
Don't
autumn,
worry,
pedestrians
Lu
could still be
Guanyi,
seen
will
without umbrellas,
absolutely go
quickly
through
passing
fire
by
and
with
water
their
for
hands
you
held
this
above
time.
their heads.
Even if I
In the
have to
narrow
die for
military
you.
civilian alley, there
But
sat
I
a
have
young
a
man of
regret
17
before I
or
die.
18 years old opposite an
You
old
know,
man,
I
both
didn't go to
sheltered
school
under
for
the
many
eaves of a
years,
small
but I
convenience
have
store.
always envied those who are
Welcome to
educated.
Hunter Beyond Time and Space
Chin Chen
Chapter 1.
finally couldn't help it
A
and
person
asked,
to wait
"What do
for.
you want to say?"
Autumn,
Lu Guanyi
2022.
said, "Can you teach me
The
how to
small,
play chess?"
drizzling rain fell from the gray
Why do you
sky,
want to learn
lightly
chess?
landing on the streets of the city.
Chin Chen was puzzled.
Despite it being autumn,
Because it's
pedestrians
cool.
could still be seen without
Lu
umbrellas,
Guanyi
quickly
said,
passing by with
"Boss,
their hands
even a
held above
character
their
like Li
heads.
Shudong became
In
your
the narrow
underling.
military civilian alley,
Isn't that
there sat
cool?
a young man of 17
Is
or
winning
18
one or
years
two
old
games
opposite
of
an old
chess
man,
really that
both sheltered
impressive?
under the eaves of a small
Chin Chen
convenience store.
shook his head.
Welcome to
Of
Hunter
course,
Beyond
you
Time and
can't
Space
beat
Chapter
him,
1.
but winning a game of
A
chess
person to
against him
wait
is
for.
still impressive.
Autumn,
Lu Guanyi
2022.
said confidently.
The small, drizzling
This
rain
touched
fell
Chin
from the
Chen a
gray
bit.
sky, lightly landing on the
According to
streets
Lu
of the
Guanyi,
city.
Li Shudong's combat
Despite it
power
being autumn,
seems to be very
pedestrians
strong.
could still be seen without umbrellas,
Lu Guanyi
quickly
continued,
passing by
"I
with their
really
hands
didn't
held
expect
above their
that after
heads.
you came in, you
In
could
the
get
narrow
to know Li
military
Shudong
civilian
and
alley,
get along
there sat
so
a young
well
man
with
of
him.
17 or 18
With
years
his
old
status
opposite
in
an
the
old
number
man,
18
both
prison,
sheltered under
he
the
might
eaves of
know
a
where
small
the thing we're
convenience
looking
store.
for, anti-harmony,
Welcome to Hunter
is
Beyond
hidden.
Time and Space Chapter 1.
And if you can get his
A person to wait
inheritance,
for.
the shadow struggle is
Autumn,
probably a sure thing.
2022.
This
The small,
sentence contained
drizzling
a
rain
huge
fell
amount
from
of
the gray
information,
sky,
and
lightly
Chin
landing
Chen
on the
finally
streets of the
understood
city.
what his goal was here,
Despite it
to
being
find
autumn,
something.
pedestrians could still be seen
And
without
he was
umbrellas,
involved in a
quickly passing by
competition.
with their hands held above
However,
their heads.
Qin Chen still
In the
did not
narrow
know
military
what Li
civilian
Shudong's
alley, there
inheritance
sat a
was,
young man of
only that it was
17 or
very
18 years
important.
old opposite an old man,
Qin Chen
both
thought
sheltered
for a
under the
moment and
eaves of a
said,
small
"Okay,
convenience
I'll
store.
teach you chess.
Welcome to Hunter
Can you
Beyond
stay
Time
away
and
from me
Space
now?"
Chapter 1.
Okay,
A person to
okay."
wait for.
Lu Guanyi immediately
Autumn,
ran to the entertainment
2022.
area.
The small,
At night,
drizzling rain
countdown
fell from the
5
gray
minutes.
sky, lightly landing on the
Qin
streets
Chen
of the
sat on the
city.
cold bed and quietly
Despite it
watched
being
the
autumn,
white countdown
pedestrians
on
could
his
still
arm.
be seen without umbrellas,
The gears in
quickly
the
passing by
countdown
with
turned
their hands
slowly,
held above their
and there were
heads.
only 5 minutes left
In the
until
narrow
the
military
return.
civilian alley, there
He
sat a
wasn't
young man
sure
of
if he would
17
come
or
back here
18 years
again.
old opposite an old man,
2 days
both
for
sheltered
him was
under
like
the
a
eaves
dream.
of a small
He met
convenience
some
store.
people and witnessed a different
Welcome to
world.
Hunter Beyond Time and
Lin
Space Chapter
Xiaoxiao
1.
and Li Shutong's
A
special
person to wait
relationship
for.
finally made him look
Autumn,
forward to this world.
2022.
It was like
The
a new
small,
world had
drizzling rain
opened its
fell
doors
from the
for
gray
him.
sky, lightly landing on the
Chin
streets
thought
of
for
the
a
city.
moment, then used the
Despite
end of
it
his
being autumn,
toothbrush to carve the
pedestrians could
words,
still be
"Been
seen without
here," into
umbrellas,
the wooden
quickly
bedboard.
passing by with their hands held
Then
above
he
their
twisted
heads.
a bruise on his arm,
In the narrow
wanting to
military
see what would
civilian
happen
alley,
if
there
he
sat a
returned
young
to
man of
Earth with an
17 or
injury.
18 years old opposite an old
Countdown.
man, both sheltered
10,
under the eaves of a small convenience
9,
store.
8,
Welcome to Hunter Beyond Time
7,
and Space Chapter 1.
6,
A person to wait for.
5,
Autumn,
4,
2022.
3.
The small, drizzling
2,
rain fell from the gray
1.
sky, lightly landing
The
on the
world
streets of
shattered
the city.
again, and the familiar
Despite it
darkness
being
finally came. Return.